Welcome, everybody, to Intensity Broadcasting, where we're here with the iOS ARCA series brought to you by MF Racing Designs. I'm joined tonight by my man, Eddie Morris. Eddie, how's it going, my friend?
It's going pretty good, brother. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. Man, I ran this track a couple of nights ago with my brother, trying to help him get some practice in, and it's a tough track. And as we've been sitting here watching practice, we've been seeing guys tear it up sideways. But pretty fast laps at the top of the board with Moore, Merle, and Cox in the top three. They're not far apart from each other. While we wait for these guys to finish up practice and before qualifying gets going, let's talk about our sponsor tonight. Our sponsor tonight is MF Race Designs, and it's a premium source for custom iRacing paint schemes. Michael Falk is a professional graphic designer with a passion for racing and especially race car paint jobs. MFRD creates intricate, detailed designs that fit exactly what iRacers are looking for. Whether it's aggressive, bright, funny, or just incredibly detailed, MF Race Designs can find the solution for you. You can contact MFRD at facebook.com/MF Racing Designs. Pretty cool stuff. Awesome.
Heck yeah, man. I'm going to go check them out and see what kind of work they do.
Yeah, maybe get on the staff over there, Eddie. I know you've been doing a lot of painting yourself.
Yeah, I'm not that good yet, so maybe one day. Maybe one day.
You cut yourself short, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Lots going on in the racing world this week. We got Bristol Dirt. And Wednesday night, the iRacing Invitational. That's pretty cool, Bristol Dirt.
Yeah, pretty stoked about that.
And
I know,
then
that update, there was people complaining about the update messing with the setups. I wondered if they got that all fixed too.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, and then you and we're headed to Bristol for the dirt truck race on Saturday. I'm pretty stoked about that as well. So if you guys are watching and you're going to be there, look us up, hit us up. Maybe we'll get a beer or something.
Heck yeah.
And so do you have the ARCA points for us, Eddie?
Yeah, I got the points for you. Leading overall points, P1, Jackson Qualley. And we got our man
there.
Logan. I know, right? He's on a tear. We got our man Logan Hagerman in P2. And Brett Merle, he's in P3. Fourth is Alan Warnicki. Fifth, we got Dylan Redding. Sixth, Brian Morrell Jr. Seventh, Max McClure. How'd he get up there? No, I'm just playing, Max. Eighth, we got TJ Floyd. Ninth, we got Zachary Cox. 10th, we got Will Cloud. There's your top 10.
Awesome, man. Well, two more so we can know who's going to make it into that round of 12 right now?
You ain't going to leave it a mystery?
No, we got to know.
We got Michael Provolt. He's in 11th, and Michael Lawrence in 12th. Of course, Nicholas Ford's in 13th, Travis Paul's in 14th, and Colton Kinsey's in 15th. So those guys still have a chance also.
And as you look at the schedule here, Irwindale and then Kansas, and that's it. So if you're not in the top 12 after Kansas, your season is all about just winning, not winning the championship. Tough break for any of those guys that aren't going to make the top 12. And as we get qualifying going here, first guy I see on track is going to be Colton Kinsey. And Colton was in the practice race with us, and he did the same thing in practice race. He kept it off the wall there, though. Let's see if he can get it back. Still got it. I think they're doing a 3-lap qualifier here, too, so he's got some time.
Always mixing it up.
James Moore currently on top of the 1924. I don't think that's going to stick, though. I love that camera. Pretty cool.
It's pretty sweet.
Bolton kind of struggling there. This is his final lap, and he looped it. Or maybe he had already done it. But Brian Merle Jr. to the top of the board.
I was gonna say, and Junior Nation is on their feet, and they just sat back down. Our man Logan Hagerman took over the top spot.
See who else is on here. Let's go with Nick Mather on track. The 16 Canadian machine. Good enough for 9th right now. Mather's going to hold tight in 9th, but Michael White to the top of the board. As we take a look now at David Wright in that 18 ugly Shrek machine.
Yeah, I can't believe Brandon White knocked our man Logan Hagerman off the board there, off the pole.
And that'll be good enough for 6th for Wright. Decent start for him. He's had a tough go of it in this series. Atman Weiss, currently 16th. Let's look at Travis Paul. As Travis Paul starts to make his... Oh! We missed somebody. Brett Merle to the top of the board now. Wow.
It's pretty good lap times, man.
Yeah, really good. So we said last week that ARCA was going to have a bunch of wrecks, and I don't want to jinx him this week and say the same thing, but we're going to have a bunch of wrecks. As we watch Travis Paul struggle there.
Yeah, I was doing some practice laps waiting for you to get everything ready here, and it was tough. It was definitely tough.
Yeah, and you can see Mike Rent's already with some right front damage here as he's trying to get a lap in for some time. Still haven't seen our points leader Jackson Qualley on track yet. Maybe he's going to start at the back today.
I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for somebody to hold his chalky milk so he can put some fast laps down.
And it looks like Mike might be DQ'd right now from qualifying. He's just trying to get some laps in because as his laps are not counting currently. All right. Michael White. Now on track. Let's see what Michael White can do. He's got some looseness. I was going to say he's got some pink wheels, but he got some loose pink wheels. Gonna reset and start that one again. If you don't cross the line, your lap doesn't count. You're out lapped, so that's good. You can reel it back in and try it again.
That's right. I've done that a couple times.
This place races a lot like Darlington, Eddie, where you kind of get your left fronts just below that white line at the high. You let it kind of float up toward the wall, and you get back to the gas and kind of ride the wall off. And that's the fastest way I could find around here. But man, White's up to the 11th. Ooh, little loose on his second lap. Gonna have to gather it up here through 3 and 4, try to get one more good one out of it.
Yeah, I didn't know long enough to figure out what the best line was. All I knew is it's tough to get around.
Yeah, that line that Michael White's running there is where it's at if you can keep it together, and you can see he lost it, so he's gonna end his qualifying effort. He's gonna start in the 11th spot. And Eddie, that looks like it's gonna do it here for our qualifying. As you see Michael White just hanging out there on pit road. We'll go to Chopra. Maybe he'll try to finish a little half a lap.
We got Jackson Qualley on track. He was able
We
to
sure
put it
do.
up to a left. Somebody was holding his jockey milk for him, evidently.
Jackson Qualley off of turn 3 and 4. Across the finish line. That's going to put him up to that 10th spot, just behind David Wright and just ahead of Colton Kinsey in the 11th spot. I'll tell you what, I ran behind Alan Wernicke in our practice race earlier this week at this track, and he wasn't no slouch, so I wouldn't count him out starting there in that 6th spot. I don't know if the guys above him got any laps in, but he ran, you know, that full 100 laps with us, so.
Nice.
Jackson maybe made a little brake bias adjustment there. See if he's going to go turn some more laps here. And he's really throwing it in there, too. Back to the gas early. Not able to improve his time there. I don't know if he's done. I think he's done because his last is the same as his best, so.
So how was the tire wear here in your practice race the other day?
So there was barely any tire wear. That's one of the interesting things is you're not really wearing on the tires because you can't really beat them up. You don't get enough speed. You're not turning hard enough. You're not braking hard enough to really put that wear on them. You're kind of just rolling through the corner and trying to carry as much speed around it as you can. And yeah, it didn't beat them up at all. So and they actually took one set away from these guys this week. So I think they'll only have one extra set.
It's interesting.
All right, that sets the field, and as soon as these guys get to gridding, we'll get to going through the order. Starting in that pole position is going to be Brett Merle. Outside of him is going to be Brandon White. Logan Hagerman is starting that 3rd spot, that 27 machine. In 4th, we got Brian Merle Jr.
Starting P5, we got Zachary Cox. P6, Alan Wernicke. Rolling off 7th, we've got James Moore. And rolling off 8th, we got Blake Hensley. Oh, Blink Hensley.
Blink Hensley. Nice. On the inside, you got in the 9th spot that 18 ugly machine. I don't know his name. And then 10th, you got Jackson Qualley. 11th, we got the Grizzly Long Cut machine at Colton Kinsey. And Michael White in the Hooters 09.
We got Nick Mather in 13th. Gregory Froelich. Michael Lawrence. Max McClure.
Will Cloud's going to start in 17th. Michael Provault going to start on the outside of him. Derek Chaput from Canada are in 19th. And Atlee Atman Weiss trying to show Jackson how to drive in that 20th spot.
Rolling off 21st is Travis Paul. And starting 22nd is CD Moore.
Yeah, it looks like CD Moore did not grid, so Sylvan Seguin is going to be next. Derek Regal next to him. And Mike Rentz Jr. And that is your field here from Irwindale Outer. Gonna be a wild one, Eddie.
It's gonna be interesting for sure.
It gonna be a long one. Got some guys with some EOL penalties as they get moved to the back of the field. Looks like the 61 machine of James Moore as well as Blink Hensley. Also, Eddie, I don't know if you know this, but we fixed the lights.
That's awesome, man.
So when this thing goes green, it's going to show green.
Heck yeah.
I should say Josh fixed the light. God forbid I don't give him credit, you know? And these ARCA machines are going to be loose, super loose, real early. So we'll see what these guys do here as they wait for that green flag. Brett Merle going to get a decent-sized jump. Going to have his work cut out for him on that outside line. Oh, and he loops it in front of the field.
That's not a good feeling.
That's going to bring out the first caution. Taco Bell into the inside wall. Here goes a little replay of it. And you're going to see Brett just get loose on that inside line. Right up into the wall. He's going to take out the top two cars there. Taco Bell car goes to the inside. Colton Kinsey into the inside there. Saw some other action toward the back here. Looks like Blake Hensley in that 31 machine. Gets turned by the 91. Showed him off track as well, David Wright. Let's see what happened to him. Trying to get checked up and gets tagged by the 09, but doesn't look like any too much significant contact there. It'll be all right. Nick Ford jumped to the pits. And are we live?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Well, Logan Hagerman has now acquired the front. Lights on the pace car are off. I don't know if these guys are single file or what's going on here. Looks like they're just now getting doubled up. As they're about to go green. Hagerman chooses the outside here, which is a brilliant idea. Earl's going to have to watch himself. There he goes. Logan sees it. Green flag's racing. Logan Hagerman with a huge jump out to the lead here.
That was a great little game of cat and mouse there.
Sure was. And it's going to be tough for those guys on that low line. They got to get high here. Otherwise, they're just going to get ran around. And see everybody now moving up above that white dotted line. You can just see the speed entry difference and what it can do to you. I see almost rear end the leader there. Trying to get into the corner a little faster. Yellow flag is out again.
Got the 71 around. Very fun. Yeah.
Let's see what happens here with the 71 machine. Greg just trying to get back to the throttle there off the corner and loops it around. Still no contact. That's the cause of this caution here. Real slickery out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, man, after doing those practice laps, I'm totally glad that they're the ones doing it, not me.
And it's really hard to pass here too, Eddie. Like, even if you can get to somebody, it's so loose that diamond and off is the only way to do it, and you gotta really be hooked up. Gotta be early, and you gotta have a really good run through the middle of the corner to make it happen. So, as you can see, Warnicki with that experience all the way up to third already. So watch him. I'm telling you, he's one to beat tonight.
I was gonna say, man, you called that earlier.
Our biggest mover of the race so far, Derek Regal, up 11 positions. Will Cloud Jr. up 7 as well. Those are your biggest movers. Biggest loser right now, Blake Hensley, minus 16.
Yeah, he's I think he got disconnected. The throughput failed.
Well, when the lights go off, we're going to go pump it up style for a couple laps here. And we're going to just listen. As the lights on the pace car are off, they'll double file up here on the backstretch probably. You see Merle Jr. on the inside. And cue pump the intensity. So if you're listening and watching, crank this up. It's going to sound good. All right, we're back, and we got a little bit of a battle here for the lead. Logan Hagerman hanging on to it right now, but man, that damaged vehicle of the 019 of Brandon White really put that pressure on. Even with all that damage.
That's what I'm saying. Brian Morrell Jr. is right there also sitting in P3.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting for a mistake at that point. Oh, speaking of mistakes. Oh, it takes him out! Jackson Qualley also caught up in that.
Man. Tough break.
I think I straight jinxed him there.
I think so.
I mean, no sooner did I get it out of my mouth about him possibly crashing, and that's exactly what happened here. Into the outside wall, bounces off, collects him, collects Warnicki too. Warnicki with some heavy right front damage. I think that was Colton Kinsey came through into the wall. Rovault hits him while he's on his roof. David Wright trying to avoid him as he's rolling down the hill.
Man,
Oh.
man. That'll make the 71 of Gregory Froenig the lucky dog this time.
Greg's going to get his lap back. Let's see what happened with Jackson here. It's got a little thing that says he wrecked too. Jackson just losing it on his own during that. Tough track here tonight. Irwindale Outer. Jackson probably lucky he spun when he did, as everybody wrecks in front of him.
Yeah, he caught a break there.
Michael White hitting pit road. We'll see if he gets his reset or not. Like he did. Yep. Fenders look birdie. Warnicki with some heavy right front damage, though. So we're about a quarter of the way through it. Only 3 cautions so far, Eddie. Not bad so far. Just the lack of racing is kind of frustrating a bit. The inability to really pass somebody here at Irwindale is tough.
Yeah, because as a driver, man, you don't want to just sit there and ride behind the guy in front of you, you know. And you want to get by him and see if you can't pass some more people. Yeah, those patients, man, they grow pretty short.
And while we're rolling through laps, let's just roll through the field real quick and see who's got damage, who doesn't. Logan keeping it purdy and out front, so he's good right now. Warnicki getting a little bit of right front on that last issue there. Michael White still looking pretty good. Skipped over Colton Kinsey, who, man, he's got some heavy damage, and we're about to go back green.
I was going to say, man, Colton Kinsey's ride looks angry.
Hagerman with another great restart here. Earl Jr. with heavy damage, same with Kinsey back there. Warnicki getting passed on the outside by them both. They clear up ahead. Oh, we got a wreck behind them, though. Oh, and they're just piling in. Man, this is some short track temper stuff I feel coming pretty soon.
Yeah, buddy.
See if we can sort that one out. And it looks to me, Eddie, like Nick Mather just gets stuck on this bottom line and ends up pushing up here. We'll see as we go through it. But I think that's about what's going to happen here. And he's racing really tight on... Oh, no, I lied. The 47, Michael Lawrence gets punted on entry to the corner. 31, 51. Lee Atman Weiss in the 78, trying to get it woed down. You can see that from the in-car. It was a pile-up for sure.
That's crazy, man.
Full speed, here we go. Smoke. I don't think he hit anybody. Wild.
Man. Good job, man.
Way to go, Atman.
Heck yeah.
If you come out of this without a 1X, you've done a really good job. And right now, Logan Hagerman on that 0X. All right, movers and shakers. Derek Regal. Up 17 positions.
Heck yeah.
Michael Waite, your second place driver. Clean car. Up 10. And Michael Lawrence, the victim of that one. Still not doing too bad, up 9 positions as well, so they're still looking pretty good here. As that pace car is about to dip off here, and Logan Hagerman's going to lead him back. Logan playing a little game with Michael White here. He likes to do that. What you got, Michael? What you got? Oh, you ain't got it. Oh, there it is. That's the game.
Yep. Game over right there.
Game, set, and match. Oh, Michael White battling back on that inside line. He's feeling good down there as he gets to rotate. Colton Kinsey sinking his nose up there, not letting Michael White back up the track. Colton carrying speed with that damage through the middle of the corner. Really good battle here for second. Colton a little wiggle. Michael White keeping it clean on the bottom. Colton ran it high there. White clears. What a battle. Oh, Lord.
We'll see.
Oh, that was a slide job if I've ever seen one. And, man, Michael White ends up driving there. Ryan Merle now down to the bottom. Oh, Michael White into the wall. That's going to cost him a position or two. Man, that was some awesome racing. Here I go talking about, man, they're not racing or whatever, and then they go and do that. I'll tell you what. Logan Hagerman, though, setting sail. Look at Derek Chaput as he battles Derek Regal. Michael White and Colton Kinsey. This might be the rivalry to watch tonight. Look at these guys go at it. We don't want to leave that for a second. Looks like they're driving street stocks at the local speedway. The way those things look. And Michael White goes around. We stay green and caution is out. It's just some really tight racing there. I don't think that's anybody's fault. It's a racing deal, a little side-by-side action. Nobody gets caught up in it as Michael White locks it up and keeps it down. Now-
Definitely be something to keep an eye on through the rest of the race.
Yeah. Logan Hagerman didn't want to see that as he was starting to set sail on the field.
Yeah, Logan was checking out, man. He's like, y'all do y'all back there. I am gone.
And we'll see what happens here. I don't think Colton Kinsey will get an EOL. I think that I think that's a racing deal. I think those guys will let that one slide.
Yeah, I was watching it myself on my screen. I had the rear chase on, and it just looked like they both pushed up the track, and one pushed up a little further than the other.
Don't Logan still keeping it clean? Merle Jr., man. Don't even know how that thing's running at the front. Brett Merle, same. Colton Kinsey. That thing looks like a 90s twisted car.
Yeah.
Michael Lawrence looking pretty beat up as well. Warnicki still in 6th. Still a shot. Regal still our top mover, 17 spots. Chaput looking pretty clean, Derek. Dave Wright with some right front damage, it looks like. Jackson Qualley with a clean sheet, except for the spins. That Cheez-It machine of Will Cloud got some right front happening. Mike Rentz.
Buffalo Wing Pizza is where it's at, though. I'm
Yeah.
just going to tell y'all right now.
I have never had them. Are they that
my
good?
goodness. They are amazing.
All right. Well, I suspect you'll have some for me at the races. So the 91, the 91 with the front end jacked up. Max McClure looking like he drove through 3 walls to get to where he's at. Greg Froelich, clear. Zachary Cox, we saw him caught up in that very first incident. And that's about all we're going to have time for, is we're about to go back green flag racing. How savvy is Merle right now to what Logan's doing on that outside line? Is the little game's going to lay back a little bit here. He's going to try to watch this time, I think. Maybe not. Logan laying back again. He has to take the longer way around, and there he goes.
Oh, yeah. And we got spinning on the first stretch. Stay green.
3 wide, that's not going to work. Ooh-wee. Jackson
Still
Qualley around.
And the caution's out.
Yeah, 3 wide, definitely not working there. Let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened there. All the 3 wide. I'm not sure who or how that happened. All right, well, that explains it. I saw it in reverse. So Will Cloud's going to take a super risky move here and go 3 wide down on the bottom, and he's going to slide up into these guys. And that's going to cost Jackson and Will Cloud. One of the unlucky people in that was Dave Wright getting squished in the middle there. Tough situation. Jackson's at the back here with Will. Max McClure at the back. Logan Hagerman's still at the front, though. No incidents. No pressure.
It's crazy to see his car compared to everybody else's car. Everybody else's car is like waving at you. And
well, I mean, every time I say somebody has a clean car, they go and wreck it. So Logan Hagerman has a clean car.
Oh, no. What'd you do? Logan, if it happens, it was on Joe.
That is a cool looking pace car. It's like a cross between a BMW and a Subaru.
I think the driver has his Birkins on.
Probably. Maybe a little Lancer evolution on the front too.
Right.
Well, Brian, you've seen it 3 times now. 4 times, 5, 6, 5 times. What you got for him here?
There you go.
Out of a cannon he goes.
Looked like a cleaner start that time. Throughout the field.
Definitely was. Still have some 3 wide, another one around.
Oh. Yeah, I jinxed that one.
Well, can't do that.
No.
This is really interesting, Eddie. Because from that point, it looks to me like the 18 might be at fault here. But I think if we go to chase cam or a far chase cam, this might say a little different. We'll see though. Oh yeah. Yep. Definitely the 18, in my opinion. I thought maybe the 18 was still inside, but he came back to him. Corner there. Ronak was definitely clear. Maybe even a little netco there. It didn't look like he even made contact.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looked pretty close. It didn't look like the 18 was trying to get into him or anything. Because if he would, I guarantee he could have got him a little bit better than that.
And maybe a little bit too much. And the 18 gets the EOL, it looks like.
That's affirmative.
And back to the front with Logan Hagerman. Halfway. Just over halfway anyway. 57 laps down. 7 cautions. And 1 lead change. On lap 1. In turn 1.
Right.
Lights on the pace car are off.
Wonder if Merle's gonna let him do him on the restarts like that again.
Man, if I'm watching this back later on and I'm Brian Merle Jr., I'm starting to figure this thing out.
Exactly.
Got it a little bit better there, though. I actually like what Merle Jr. was able to do there. He was able to really stay with Logan Hagerman here. But Logan, that drive off, man. Woo!
Yeah, I think Merle had a little bit of tire spin there.
Kinsey way down. The problem with going way down is if you don't have nowhere to slide up to, well, then you got to stay down. That's the 51 machine of Zachary Cox there getting into the wall. Michael White now looking like he's kind of on a rail trying to make his way back to the front.
Merle Jr. is able to hang out there with Hagerman there. Kind of cool, man. Hagerman with his clean car and Merle back there in his crumpled up machine.
It looks like he's, what, 0.8 or so back from him right now? As we watch this fantastic group of riders. They all got a little bit of damage. Ooh, McClure into the wall. I think that was Max. Yeah, it was.
I keep telling him he'll never move. It don't matter.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, he almost wiped it out. Oh, they're wrecking. All right, let's see what happened there with Michael Lawrence. Actually starts ahead of him with the 91, and then Michael Lawrence just a unwilling victim of that one. He gets stuck up at the top there. Man, what a tough night for these guys. Some of these guys are back to the front, front to the back. Start getting something going and you get caught up. You know who's not? You know who's not worried right now?
Yeah, Logan Hagerman's not worried about it.
Not yet. Max McClure looks like he's having some technical issues too. It keeps saying he crashed, but it's when he blips out and back in.
His internet was hanging out with Blink Hensley's.
A lot of guys hitting pit road here. It's gonna move some guys up a bit, actually. I'm interested to see who has the reset left, too.
Bet you Logan Hagerman has one.
Yeah. Lord, I hope so.
Oh, yeah. I'd say Merle Jr. might still have his.
I'd say so. Brett Merle as well. Even Warnicki. They all do. Man, I think the race-winning move is next caution. Get your reset and your new tires. Hopefully everybody goes with you. That's how you gotta beat Logan. Car's gonna dip off here. We're gonna be green flagging it one more time. Brett Murrell gets a great jump. This time I hear guys wrecking already, though. Or maybe just slapping the wall, but... Ooh, Warnicki gets tight in the incher of the corner. Brandon White around the outside. Brandon White was no slouch in practice. Let's see what he can do here. Can he turn it down? Oh, we got another caution.
Not 100% sure. Looks like 95 a Pro Bowl.
All right. Oh, there it is. What a save. Wow. I want to go on board for that one.
Yeah, it just loops it, you know.
No big deal.
Ain't nothing but a G thing and a chicken wing, you know?
Dude, he stood on it and got it flipped around, not even in contact with a car or a wall. Great driving, Mr. Provo. Love it.
Heck yeah.
Well, we got a quick second. How about a word from our sponsor? MF Racing Designs is a premium source for custom iRacing paint schemes. Michael Falk is a professional graphic designer with a passion for racing and especially race car paint jobs. MFRD creates intricate, detailed designs that fit exactly what racers are looking for, whether it's aggressive, bright, funny, or just incredibly detailed. MF Racing Designs can find the solution for you. You can contact MFRD at facebook.com/MF Racing Designs as we're about to go green.
See if Brett has anything for Logan here on this restart.
Looked like he might have had his number there. We'll see, though.
That is it.
Well,
bad.
not bad. Yeah. Brandon White, the loser in that exchange.
It's a pretty good looking logo.
Woo! Somebody slide through the corner back there. And that is the 51. Zachary Cox. Looks like he might have got in there a little hot. Maybe a little help. Let's see. Ooh, I don't know. Can't tell from that angle.
Or the logo.
Oh, you didn't see the contact, but you heard it, so iRacing registered that as contact on entry there. And man, what a great job of some of these drivers avoiding that one. Let's look at Jackson quality there. Or better yet, the 18 even. Able to snake by finally.
Heck yeah.
Max McClure got himself a new car.
Might as well, man. It's getting down to crunch time.
Great job of avoidance there by him as well. And the damage on the left front of Brett Merle's machine. I'm telling you, Eddie, I'd be hitting pit road here. Get that thing brand new.
Heck yeah.
Put some new tread on it.
Get that thing ready for the last few laps. And hopefully.
The thing is they've been able to hang on to these top 3 spots all night long. Is it worth losing the track position? Probably not.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree. As hard as it is to pass and all the other shenanigans going on, I think I'd just stick with the track position for sure.
I mean, Brett Merle and Brian Merle and even Brandon White are going to have to send it to get rid of Logan here. So
Yeah. It's a pretty good looking logo they got there, though.
Brandon White is tucked up there. And there's a big stack up. They're sort of wrecking before the green there. Big stack up there on the outside line. Eric Regal to the inside of Warnicki now. He might lose a position to Kinsey. What a slide Regal did through the corner there. Man, it looked like he was driving a drifting car. And we got Will Cloud around.
Are we supposed to have the logo still up there, bud?
I bet. Yeah. It's just extra promotions for the MF.
I got you. I figured that's what you were doing.
All right, Will Cloud Jr. crashing. Here we go. Loops it around and back in front of everybody. Zachary Cox, and who else gets caught up in that? Like, ooh, Atlee, man, Weiss just getting barely caught on that one.
He almost made it by.
Zachary Cox gets Craig Froelich for sure. That might end Zachary Cox's night. Looked like he had some major engine damage there.
breaking news. Logan Hagerman will be taking the outside line. Figured I'd keep y'all updated.
Right? And Logan Hagerman is going to take the outside line. And he's been able to hang it up there all night long here at Irwindale Outer. Brett Merle, Brian Merle, Brandon White, Alan Wernicke, nothing for him yet. With 9 to go, though. Is it time to take a chance, Eddie? Just throw it in there?
Oh, for sure. You gotta see what you got, man. You have what you have, and you just gotta see what you have. Just go for it.
Yeah. We'll see what Brett Merle does here. Looks like Brian Merle Jr. is getting ready on that outside line to get a real good run through turns 3 and 4. As you know, Logan's going to kind of stack him up here, and then he's going to take off. And they're off. And actually, Brett gets a great restart finally. He's underneath him here. The pressure now is on Logan Hagerman. Can Brett keep it hooked up? What a race for that first. Ooh-wee, Brandon White into the wall. Brett Merle really putting that pressure on Hagerman. Hagerman's got to drive it perfect. Looks like Brett's a little faster through the middle of the corner, but can't get off. He's definitely got the line. And Brett's just racing him really clean, laying off him, not wanting to hit him. You can see that speed through the middle of the corner. Brett definitely has it. Oh, Brett's into the wall. Overdrove exit of the corner. He's spinning.
I just hope Logan Hagerman's batteries don't die in his PS5 controller before this race.
Let's see what happens here with Brett Merle. Brett's just trying his hardest to get up underneath Logan, and like we said in the earlier part of the broadcast, it's almost impossible to pass people.
Yeah, he was doing a good job of holding it there for a while. Just lost it right there.
Way to lock it up. Doesn't collect anybody else. Looks for a hole to get himself spun back around. And he's going to get going before Regal gets to him. Logan Hagerman, your dominator all night so far. Restart after restart. And he had the most pressure of the night he ever had right there.
Yeah, he was. He had to make it right there through the corners and hold on to the lead. He did a good job, but it ain't over yet.
It amazes me how bad these cars look and are still going straight.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Some of these things look like...
Jackson Qualley got some damage in the front there. Fronick. James Moore. Travis Paul with some front end damage. Sylvan Seguin with some. Will Cloud with some. Yeah, man, we's looking pretty clean. A little right front damage. I think that's from that one little incident. Right with some right front. Regal with a brand new car. 3 to go. Gonna green white checker.
Yeah, our first attempt out of 3.
All right, Logan Hagerman, Brandon White. What you got, Brandon White? You had speed early. Let's see what you got now.
We're about to find out.
Don't count out Warnicki. He's still there, knocking at the door. Ryan Merle Jr. on the outside line. Let's see if he can stay with Logan here. Big stack up on the inside line. Brandon White not able to clear yet. Oh, they're wrecking behind him. There goes Colton to the inside.
That 3 wide, man. It won't work, fellas.
And it stays green. White flag is out. One more time around. Brandon White's going to have to do something crazy. And by crazy, he's looking for it.
Going for it.
Oh, man. Not because he didn't try, but Logan Hagerman with the win.
I tell you one thing's for sure. Grandma Hagerman is celebrating right now.
He sure is. Logan Hagerman burning down the town. Man, he acts like he's done these before.
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
So Hagerman comes home first, Brandon White second, Ryan Merle Jr. hanging on to that third place spot, Warnicki fourth, and Michael White will round with your top 5. 6 is going to see Michael Lawrence, Derek Chaput coming home 7th, Max McClure 8th, Mike Rentz with a surprise 9th. He must have came all the way from the back. 16 positions, your biggest mover of the race, and 10th, Greg Froelich pulling out of 10th.
Yeah, and then in 11th, we got Michael Provo. 12th is Jackson Qualley. 13th, Sylvan Seguin. 14th, we got Derek Regal. 15th, Will Cloud. 16th, the Atman Weiss. 17th, Colton Kinsey. 18th, David Wright. 19th, Brett Merle. 20th, James Moore. 21st, Travis Paul. 22nd, Zachary Cox. 23rd, Nick Mather. Blake Hensley, 24th, and Nick Ford, 25th.
Awesome. Well, great race by all those guys, and we're going to get with our third place. Brian Merle Jr., it's Joe and Eddie in the booth. You got us.
I do.
Man,
What's up?
what a beast of a machine all night, but you were able to keep it in that top 4 all night long. How'd you see it from your end?
You know, I want to do better than third place. That's really what I want to do, is better than third. I'm so sick of third place, man. But it was fun. It's just, if you restart second, you fall back to third unless you time the start right. There's only one restart lane around this track, and you know, it was fun. I wish Brandon wouldn't have bounced off the wall in the straightaway and knocked me around there. I was able to recover pretty well, though. You know, just one of those races.
Yeah, it all started from the first lap with you, man. It was it was an uphill battle all race, and congratulations on being able to get it back together and finish in third.
Yeah, appreciate that. you know, like I said, just so bummed with third place. So you can't be happy all the time with running top three, but I guess I'll take it for what it's worth tonight. Car was pretty beat up. I think Logan may have only had the only straight car in the field.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right about that. So we're going to move on to Kansas next week. What do you think you got for him there? And do you have any sponsors you want to thank?
Oh, I'll thank Two Pedals, One Clutch and Gill's Dump Truck and, my guy Brian Canuti. Sorry, Joe, but he's my boy. You know, just all the guys in the Discord tonight were fun. I'm glad I got to beat my brother. It's always nice to beat him. Sucks I lost to Brandon, but you can't beat everybody. So
Moving on to Kansas, what you think you got for him next week?
well, let's see if I can escape lap one without a wreck, and then under caution on lap 2 without a wreck. I might have something. I think I ran pretty well there last week in the truck and the cup. I mean, the cup I got trapped a couple laps down with some pit strategy, but I think I should do all right there. I like those big high speed, no handling, sideways. I like all that stuff.
Perfect. Well, congratulations on your third place, and hopefully we see you up here in the top 3 again next week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Brandon White, you got Joe and Eddie in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. What's happening, guys?
Not much. Hey, we don't see you in here very often anymore at the top 3, but tonight you sent it. You were going for it, and I can't blame you, buddy. But, man, me and Eddie were on the edge of our seats like Logan's going to lose. But
dude,
we're unable to pull it off, so talk us through it.
Yeah, dude. Let's start at the beginning of the race. Brett was it was funny. He did what he did. He called it right before the race happened, right before the race started. And he's like, I feel like I'm going to spin out going into one, or something's going to happen like that. And sure enough, that happened. And both of us just kind of were a little wounded and had a little fun trying to get back to the front. But yeah, so I didn't know that you can skew the rear end when someone hits you. I got ran into trying to come through the field, and my right hand was completely straight up and down, like where the orange tape should be. And mine and Brian Merle's was like that, and it just helped. It was weird. It was in the long run, the car got tighter instead of loosening up like everyone else's was, and it was just weird. I don't know. I just Jimmy Johnson did or something, but other than that, that was a fun race.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good one, man. That was definitely crazy. That last lap, man, I'm like, Joe, you had me on the edge of my seat. I'm sitting here like, man, is it gonna stick? Is it gonna stick? And then I seen the bobble, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be dirty. I could have been, and I could have just completely ran up on him and just rubbed him off on the wall. But I can't. I don't drive like that. That's not me. I don't like winning like that. That's not my forte. So,
well,
yeah.
Yep, awesome finish, awesome attempt at it anyway. You gave it all you had, Brandon, but you came up a little short. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, everyone for having fun and driving clean, and just you guys for putting on a good show again, and Logan for driving clean. And he's good, he's fast, so it was good to see. I hope to see you guys up here again. I'm not going to miss any more races. It was my dad's birthday last time, and then I was working out of town the last couple times. So
No, that's all good. We'll see you again next week at Kansas, where you'll have to beat Brian Merle. You'll have to beat Brian Merle Jr., you said, so.
Okay. Here we go. Let's do it.
Logan Hagerman, you are dominating this season, my friend. How's it feel?
I feel great, man. That was an awesome race. That's probably the first race where I've actually led every lap.
Well, yeah, you did lead everyone because they didn't make a whole lap. You're right. You right?
Giving it 100%.
He led 99 3/4.
There you go. So, Logan, you had some pressure, though, there from Brett Merle and then again from Brandon White. Did you feel the pressure? Did you think, oh, shoot, man, maybe these guys might get me?
I was really worried about Brett. He put a lot of pressure on me. That's probably the hardest I drove during that whole race. But I knew if I held the high line, they wouldn't pass me. It's pretty hard to pass in the middle or on the bottom. So I felt pretty confident.
Yeah, me and Joe, we was talking about that. You pretty hard up there, and I think Joe made the comment too. He's like, "Yeah, that's the hardest he's had to race the car tonight," and that's for sure, man. And on that last lap, what'd you think? Did you see Brandon making that move on you?
Yeah, I saw him dive down low there. I don't know. I kind of had a thought that maybe he might come up and hit me, but I wasn't too worried about it. It is what it is at that point. You're full throttle going to the line.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome race tonight, Logan. You, like you said, led every lap because of the incident there on the first lap. But anybody you want to thank, and what do you think about Kansas next week?
Yeah, first off, I want to thank MF Racing Designs for sponsoring this race. I got to thank Grandma Hagerman. She's already texted me, congratulated me. And got to thank my mother. And Kansas. I'm looking forward to Kansas. I think I'll do all right. Probably get another top 5 anyways. But I'm excited to get the playoffs going anyways.
Sweet. Well, we'll see you next week here on the ARCA iOS series and at Kansas. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Good win, man.
All right, Eddie. It was a caution-filled, hard racing, tough to pass. Everybody giving it all they had on that last lap. But, man, I'll tell you what, I literally was on the edge of my seat hoping Brandon had something. And, you know, Logan's our guy. He races for the Intensity Racing Team. But we really wanted to see if Brandon could do it. And, man, he definitely tried.
Yeah, he definitely gave it his best shot at it. And, you know, I kind of agree with him, though. You know, if I'm going to finish second, I'd rather finish second that way than possibly take the guy out in front of me to win. Unless, you know, I'm trying to get in the playoffs or something.
Yeah, like next week might be a no holds barred type of race, if you know what I mean. So, you know,
attempt tomorrow that way. So.
Perfect. Well, for Intensity Broadcast, and I'm Joe Wright. Check out MFRD Designs, MF Race Designs. You check them out on Facebook. And for Intensity Broadcast, and I'm Joe Wright. I've been joined by Eddie Morris. And follow, subscribe to us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Hit that little notification bell on Facebook so when we go live, you'll know about it. Also, check out our... Yeah, I was going to say, check out that podcast, too, on Spotify and Google Podcasts, as well as iOS. Apple. That's about it. As Leanne Man Weiss would say, over and out.